Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the podcast for regular people, not celebrities. In today's podcast, we talking about regular people common sense and thinking. I am Mike, aka Mike Flair, and this is my boy Peel. I am.
AKA
But
Anonymous P.
Anonymous P. And by the way, while he in here, if you need any kind of yard work done,
Yes, sir.
any kind of landscaping done, where can they reach you at, my brother?
You can reach me on all streaming platforms. No. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or you can just hit my DMs.
Cause it's about that time.
Yeah.
It's
And don't
coming back up.
don't be that yard, be that yard.
Don't be that yard, be that yard. I like that. Yeah, man. So, pull up these slides real quick. Let's see. So, Thinking Game Podcast. Think, learn, laugh. Podcast for regular people, not celebrities. Shout out to Peel, man, for coming on, man. Appreciate you, bro. Did you catch the totality yesterday? The eclipse?
Yeah. I went home for lunch and caught it.
Yeah.
Got to
You know
spend
what's
time with family.
crazy?
Yeah.
I told wife it took hours for
Mm.
2 minutes. It took
Mm.
for it to actually do it. It's like
Mm.
it took an hour. It did what it did. It 2 minutes and it was gone. I was like,
I don't even
man,
think it was 2 minutes. I was like, damn, this
man.
went by
And I was
fast.
telling her that's how life is sometimes. Like the
Yo,
opportunities, it may take hours to set up for that window of opportunity. Then you got to jump through it right then, or
yo,
you miss the whole window. You know what I'm saying? So
yo.
that's pretty crazy.
It's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. So I want to show you this video. You probably heard about it. It was a guy, uh, ex chief Arkansas officer, exposes civilian informants. You seen this?
You know I did.
Oh man, this is crazy, bro. Go ahead. Let me know if you can hear this.
Chris Johnson. Y'all think he street?
Yeah.
Y'all think he tough? He police.
Boy,
Man, I tell you, when I
boy,
started arresting
asking to
folks
get
down there,
killed.
man, I didn't even ask for the information. They were just coming to me, telling me,
Don't nobody want to
what's
go to
going on,
jail.
man? They were just coming to me, telling me, you know, I tell you, the biggest snitch y'all had down there, Travis Anderson. Woo!
Boy,
Man, I got all that dope off Travis Anderson. What this dude say?
I'm the little fish.
I'm the look fish. I'm the look fish, man. Man, the big fish over there in the trailer.
ooh,
He talking about the Montgomery boys.
ooh.
I'm the little fish, chief. Help me out, chief. What chief? I never worked them. Cause again,
Say the Montgomery boys. You know that. You know you from the country when somebody say they don't even say your name. They just know you by the last name, the Montgomery boy.
Mm, mm, mm,
Oh
I ain't
man.
trust them.
mm.
Police. So all these guys down there, hey, if y'all want to be the police, man, if y'all want to clean up y'all streets, go apply. Go apply, baby. You know what I'm saying? Every law enforcement agency around Arkansas hiring, man. We short polices all over the state of Arkansas. Go apply. You can use me as a reference. Yes, sir. You can use me as a reference. Then you got folks like the white girl Jane Week, laughing, hee and ha ha. But you had to run over to Maywood to live with somebody else because Brandon Hill beating your ass, huh?
Boy.
I ain't messing with him no more. And then your dumb ass go right back over there and fuck with him.
Oh man.
I'm talking about I was pissed off, man, when I saw her face. I'm like, damn. Brandon done bust her lip, swole the side of her face. Chief, I don't want to press charges, Chief. If you don't want to press charges, you ain't got to. Just know any man who sit here and put their hand on a woman, you pussy to me. In my eyes, you can't fight a real man. So the only thing you can do is hide behind these Facebook pages like Leah Johnson. Like,
Oh man. Man, what you think about that, man? You think dude just had a bad day, man?
Nah, I think he had a little extra beef with the mayor and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, he had a beef with the mayor.
yeah, which
Okay.
he trying to be a good cop and do all this other stuff.
That definitely wasn't it. That
And then
definitely ain't being a good cop.
hey, did he turn then he turned into Denzel on training.
Think you who you think you messing with? I'm the police. I run, you live here. King Kong ain't got
Yes. Yeah, he about to
So
mess
did he
with
quit or he got fired? Did he quit or he got fired?
man. I'm not sure on that part.
Oh, okay.
I know he ain't there no
But you
more.
know he in Hughes or something like that. It's like, by Earl,
Yeah.
kind of where my little brother dad from, and man, it's a really small town too,
He
man.
said
So
population
you mess
1,200.
around and mess up down there, man. Boy, it's hard to find another job. It ain't that many jobs down there, man.
Yeah. I said population
Whew.
1,200 people. What do you think?
Is it? Is it
Yeah,
1,200 people? I thought it was less. Okay,
it might have been less, but I say
yeah,
1,200 because babies are born every minute. But
that's true. But hey, man, that's crazy.
yeah.
Man, people. The thing is though, people be snitching. People been snitching since the beginning of time. It's just social media though, not catching it. But man, dude was snitching back then, man. It's just they weren't getting caught though. You can snitch and get out of jail. People be like, "Is he snitching?" It's like we ain't got no paperwork or nothing, so maybe he cool, but I'm gonna keep my eye on him though. You know what I'm saying? If people do just say that, but now it seems like it's commonplace to snitch now.
Well, hey,
You
population.
want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Right.
Look, population of 1,200. Somebody gonna say, man, what you call it got popped. Dang, he back out. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, let's do that in Little Rock too.
man.
Somebody get popped. How you get back out that fast?
Yeah.
Man, I put bail up, man. No, no. Oh no. Not
Man,
get caught with that much. There's
hey
no
man,
bail.
you got caught with 3 kids and you out on bail.
Hey
Oh,
man, I used to work with this dude one time when I was working at the airport. Dude was like a compulsive liar, kind of like one of the people that just lie all the time.
mm-hmm.
And oh, what's up, Jay?
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh, hey man,
Sorry, I'm late.
hey man. Hey man, we
I'm
on
glad.
live, man.
You said I'm glad I put my pants on. That
But
would've been
yeah,
a dog.
before we go
turn
to
to
that
an
slide
old
though, yeah, dude was like a compulsive liar. It was crazy, bro, because what happened was he first he said he was a cop, right? He was a shuttle driver at the airport. But he said he was a cop. He said, man, I'm a cop, man. Like, what? You ain't no cop. Then he said he was a sheriff or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy. One time I got a ticket, and he said, hey, man, I could have got that expunge for you. All you had to do was just, you should have just let me know, man. I got expunge for you when he got on the judge's desk. I'm like, man, I don't know you like that. What are you talking about? But one of the dudes that worked at the airport that was from the hood for real was telling me that too. Like, man, do you hear this dude talking about he a cop, man? Like, dude ain't no cop. How can he work here and be a cop at the same time? There's no way. So, dude, they had a meet one day where you go in there and meet like the head of the airport. I don't even think dude there no more. If he is, he probably older. But this dude was in here fronting on dude like he was a cop, man. And dude ended up losing his job, man. They ended up fronting, pulling him up like. At first, they weren't tripping off him lying because it was just like, whatever, man. But when he went in there and did that to the dude who was over the airport, like one of the big wigs,
Yeah.
they went and looked him up and seen that he wasn't a cop.
Mm.
And they pulled him in HR. They pulled him in HR and said, so you still a cop? Dude still said he was a cop. When they pull you in HR, especially at the airport, it's probably for a reason. You got to know when to stop.
What was the reason for the termination? You know what I mean?
I mean, he was lying about being a police officer.
He's
And he used to bring his gun to work, too. He used to bring his gun to work, too, like he was a police officer, too.
at the
But
airport.
He was looking at bedtime.
The thing that probably saved him is the shuttle driver office wasn't inside the airport. That's probably what saved him. If it wasn't for that, he probably would have got some. He probably would have got in trouble big time. But
I gotta think, like, what's wrong with people like that? You know what I mean? They want to be this thing in their head, and they just start saying it. So.
yeah, just lying for no reason, man. Man. Yeah, he sure did though. He just drove. I don't know. He just didn't come off that way. It was always something crazy. Like one time they was watching the news, and what was that woman that come on, Donna Terrell?
Yeah, Don. Yeah.
He said he used to talk to her like, man, stop, man.
It's always something. I'm sorry, them people. I'm sorry. Like,
They're entertaining. It's entertaining though. It's funny.
It's so good to have those people in your life. I mean, as long as you ain't got to depend on them. I mean, you can be having a bad day, and he can tell you about the time he climbed Mount Everest with some long johns. Like he was like, "Yes,
Boy.
sir, I needed that today, sir."
Man, you know I was trained by the Ringler Brothers. Yeah, I was trained by the Ringler Brothers, man. Said, man, Holly Berry with the Mama Bees. We with the Mama Bees together.
when they have the little round burgers, like, oh yes, sir, okay.
She ain't never been to Ash in her life.
He probably ain't never been Ash.
All right, man. Let me know what y'all think. Oh, go ahead, Bill. What you about to say?
Now, them the ones that lie so much, but it be a little bit of truth to it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, I'm not an officer, but my cousin is one.
Exactly. You be telling that man a story. He ain't using this story, I'm going to tell you.
Boy.
I did Daytona Terrell. My cousin knew his sister.
Man, tell me what y'all think about this next slide. I'll make it bigger. Before I play the videos, this woman says, Tony D shed light on the concept of hospice wives, which is crazy, a term she learned about while being on a podcast. She explained that hospice wives are women whom men marry in their later years solely to take care of them. While the men may not necessarily love these women, they seek someone who will assist them with their medications, meals, doctor visits, provide care in case of emergencies. This phenomenon reflects a societal need for companionship and caregiving as individuals age. Does that sound insane, man? Like, what's the common sense? I don't know. I mean, play this video, man.
Insane. I mean, I think it's a common practice, but if you got a video, go play it.
You think it's common practice?
Older men always seem to marry younger women, and women have a nurturing spirit. You know what I mean? They end up taking. I knew dude.
When they get to 50, they start falling apart.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found out just by doing this podcast. There's this term called hospice wife. So I'll give you how it is. Hospice wife. So a hospice wife, basically a man above 50, marries a woman. Finally, he's been playing the field for 50 years, and now he's ready to get married. His body is falling apart. He's got hypertension. He's got diabetes, heart issues, the whole nine. And now he's ready to get married and settle down. So now he marries a woman maybe 10 years younger, or maybe in the same age group. And now he's marrying her, but only for him to have someone to take care of him in his later years. It's a group of men. When they get to 50, they start falling apart.
Okay.
I found out just by doing this podcast. There's this term.
All right. So, what y'all think about that?
I think it's mutually beneficial. You're about to get some man who's about to die, and you can speed that process up, and you can get.
It's not like she's complaining. It's not like they're complaining about it.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, of course, people complain about anything. I know personally this judge. He's 70, probably 80. He married this girl. Yeah. She's 40. She's gonna when he dies, she's gonna get the money. He's got probably a couple million, especially from Arkansas. She's gonna get that money. She just gotta take care of him until he transitions on to the upper room. And she understands the assignment. You know what I mean? She's not complaining. She married an older guy with money. She's well taken care of. She will be even more taken care of. She have more time to remarry after he passes with the resources he leaves her. So she's just basically a live home kind of hospice nurse at that place. If a man
is that a hustle? Is that a hustle though?
She's saying it is like it's not. Some women are being taken advantage of, but it's a hustle for some women. If you marry an older man that's well off, that's an insurance coming. He's taking care of you. You take that. You know what I mean? But now, I don't believe in being.
You think somebody honestly does that? You think a woman honestly does that out of goodwill?
Goodwill. I don't think the man does it out of goodwill. Yeah, I think it's a mutually beneficial arrangement.
But how about this though? If the
man,
Yeah.
Barry, that oil tycoon, he was like
Right.
80 or 90. She
Right.
did her thing, made him happy for his last years, and she reaped that benefit. The man got what he wanted. He ended his life happy. She got wanted. She had the rest of her life wealthy. So I don't think
no,
a
I
man
think she
can
went
take
through
care
a
of
lot.
you.
This family tried to take their money back. Yeah, I think they ended up taking it back.
Guess
another
what?
way.
Marriage is one of the oldest and most ironclad.
No, what I'm saying is, because you see dudes that like the one that married Anna Nicole Smith, you could go to Walmart in Benton or something and see a dude, a people greeter that look like dude that work at Walmart. He wouldn't have a
For sure.
chance. You see what I'm saying? So when I see people complain about this, it's like a trade-off. This dude is half a century old. Is it a century? 50 years old? Half a century?
50 is half a century. 100 years was a century. The center. I'm sorry.
What do you expect? Of course you're gonna be a hospice wife. If you're 10 years or 20 years older than this dude, he in his 50s. What do you expect? You just go into it, oh, I didn't know he had heart problems. I'm pretty sure if he ain't there, he probably kind of close to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the chances in percent? It's not like common sense, like, you know what I'm saying? It's
But
pretty
I
crazy.
think she more so was talking about, like, a woman, they're close. She was talking about closer to the same age, and then you
No, she said the dude played the field.
Yeah.
And he married somebody younger, like 10 years younger. How close are you?
Yeah, I mean, that's
10
one.
years
Yeah, I
younger.
mean, but when you're 10 years old, you kind of expect it. When you date somebody older, they seem to be sometimes more established or with things. But like if you're marrying a broke guy, no retirement, no 401k, and
That's not gonna happen. Yeah.
and you marrying him, he's 10 years older, he's 5 years older than you, and then you realize, oh, you're inheriting his debt, not his resources, not his assets. He doesn't have assets. You know what I mean? And then that's when you're being taken advantage of as a woman, and as a man, you're being predatory, and you're trying to guilt somebody and taking care of you for the rest of your life. So it's could
do
be
you
good.
think- So when does the
I'm sorry,
point
what
of
you said, Bill?
accountability?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bill.
I think it. It's kind of like if a man does that to a woman, that's like, man, something wrong with that.
Double
dude.
standard. It's a
Yeah,
double
it's
standard. for
it's
sure.
a double standard. But most of the men, if that happened to them, they be like, they kind of want it to happen. Like, you know how crazy life had to be for you to go 60, 70, 80 years and be like, I'm not settling down with no woman. And then you meet that one woman while you damn near about to die and be like, okay, I think I'm ready now. And just leave it in.
Or
Feels like he's
Or-
ready.
boy, or you made so much money over the time, and you trying to find a franchise player.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sign you to a 5-year deal with a 6-year option if I make it that long.
And
then the bonus is-
if you die when I'm with you, you get everything. You know what I mean? So it could be a good situation.
Yeah,
like,
man.
you know what I mean? It's like, okay, let's say if I was 60 or 70-year-old and I like 35, you know what I mean? And I'm 35 and I spent 35 to 40 with this woman and she died.
Mm-hmm.
I got my 50s to look with somebody.
Okay, so now let's talk about this. Now
Blade, ready to
let's talk about the thinking game.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Now, what is the day-to-day like being with a guy 10 years older than you, heart problems, blood pressure problems? He can't take the power pellets. If he do, you probably want him to because he probably gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
But day to day, you don't know how long he gonna live. He said you might thinking he gonna be another couple years. He might last 10 years.
Yeah.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the
Yeah,
roulette,
so-
you playing roulette. You know what I'm saying? Rolling the
So
dice.
I've been in a hospital situation, worked at hospice floors and things like that. So you got to think,
Yeah.
if he can't take the power pellet and he got
Yeah.
blood pressure problems and heart problems, that's taking a load off her. so she doesn't have to
think
be
so?
intimate with her. He don't have the power pellet. So how can the joystick work without the power pellet?
But how
so-
is she gonna stay around without intimacy if she's 10 years younger though?
Easy. So
Yeah, I know.
I know a lot of CNAs. I know a lot of nurses and CNAs put in a 12-hour shift.
Yeah.
So you put in that 12-hour shift, and you playing the long game. You put in that 12-hour shift, taking care of that man, hand, foot, or woman. Take care of them. You know what time they go to bed. Slip extra melatonin in his juice. That man in bed at 5. You got 5.
Well, what if he wants you to rub his back, his skin like leather, feel like a leather jacket? He wants you to love it.
CNAs and physical therapists do back rubs a lot. So if you got even if a payout for $75,000, and that's on the cheap end of life insurance, you give a couple back rubs. You know what I mean?
How many days? How many days can you handle that? How many days could you handle that? How many days could you handle that? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
guess what? You're living
Thursday,
for free.
Friday, Saturday.
Mike, how much? We discussed how much rent is a month. $1,500 to $2,000. You're living in this man's house free. You get.
We also talked about hospice, the smells, the sights.
Hey, look, you got one.
The sounds.
Take care of your patient,
sounds.
And that patient is your husband. Take care of that man. Get him on out of here. Easy money. Easy. You can do that for 10 years.
Hey, man, that's crazy.
As a person that worked in a nursing home, a lot of them older people, they get left there. The kids that forgot about them, they got a life to live.
Amen.
Because see, that's the sad part. That's because they ain't got no money though. When you got money,
the same judge I'm talking about, his dad is in a home too. Like, you know what I mean? His dad was the judge as well. He's in a home, but he living better than me.
Yeah. We're not talking about the hood nursing home. We probably living like a luxury nursing home.
Exactly. So,
where they change the bed sheets. You got high-end bed sheets, a Tempur-Pedic bed. We're not talking about the one, the neighborhood.
You get this other person, that wife of yours, to take care of you. You paying all her rent, food and board, shopping money. She don't even gotta have an intimate relationship with you because you need a power pellet, and the doctor said you can't take it. So she's basically living free with one client. One client is paying all of her bills and her expense. So I mean, it's a no-brainer. It benefits to the game.
Man, they be kicking it in high. They be kicking it in the nursing home.
Exactly. So if you can get that man in the bed by 5, 6 o'clock, get him his dinner, you got the rest of the night to live your best life. As long as you taking care of him, he doesn't care.
The flip side to that is, what if he's one of those old dudes like Al Pacino that can still have kids, in the 60s and 70s?
Hey, she need to be taking that other power pellet, you know what I mean? Every once in a while, or getting that shot in her arm. Those things are easily taken care of. She wanted the easy way out, have a baby, get on child support, and do that.
Yeah,
she could have just did her time and got all the money instead of the little child support check that she was getting. Yeah. It's pros and cons to everything you do.
Oh, for sure. Definitely pros and cons to everything. And you should look at them first before you do that. Because when women be going there, they be talking like that. It's almost like they figured out the pros and cons after because they were just looking at the money first. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, next slide. Tell me what you think. Top 5 project housing in Little Rock that you can remember. Top 5, if you can remember that. 5 of them.
So hold on.
Yeah.
We know Little Rock is separate from North Little Rock, so it's North Little Rock.
No, we're gonna bunch them in. Bunch them in together.
Yeah, bunch them in together. Yeah, you bunch
Little
them
Rock,
in
North
together.
Little Rock, our street, you know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, let's do top 5 you don't want to go to. Let's do top 5 you don't want to go to at all. Like North Little Rock. Like, nah, don't go back there. Top 5.
And any name they had, because they like to change
Yeah.
the names.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's
No,
the
Brick Jungle.
Honeydew-
They didn't change the Brick Jungle. In the east.
whether
All the
it's
way in the back by the airport. All the way.
Brick Jungle, Highland Court, Silver City,
Big up to
Ooh,
Ashby.
Silver City. Yeah, big up to Ash. Shout out.
what up though? What you done? Oh, yeah, Silver City. Highland
City Courts.
Court.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, Highland Court. Ooh.
Oh, Brick Jungle,
Oh, yeah.
Hanger Hill.
Ooh. It's still there too. Hanger Hill. It's still there. Ooh.
Back in the day, it was Sin City, and
I never saw Sin City with my own eyes though. They must have toured down by the time. Right?
man,
Yeah, I heard about it all the time. I hear old people talk about it all the time.
it's one more. Gosh, shit. Gosh, what's the other one?
What about South End Projects?
I was gonna say South End, but they was a little bit more wide open.
Oh, okay.
Who
Who you got, Jay? Who you got?
I'm putting X2, like ×2 to the second power to appeal list. I mean, you can't, it didn't get like the Bang in the Little Rock area with Highland Court and stuff like that. That's just,
Yeah.
it still
Yeah.
stands out.
what was the one by Dunbar? That's the last one.
That's Village Square.
Village
Oh,
Square.
boy, like,
What you-
how come I live? We had a house overlooking Highland Court, and we lived on 16th Street, right across
Yeah.
between our house. Village Square was between our house and Dunbar Community Center, so you got to walk
Yeah.
past Village Square to go to Dunbar Community Center, and that's like where we live. And it just like crazy. I mean, a lot of these projects, outside hallways, you know what I mean? You can park and
Boy.
stuff like that, but
Boy.
Village Square was just like a building. You just go in there. I just never seen. I walked up to the 3rd floor one time in Village Square. And like, you know, you smell pee in the hallway, but you can really see puddles, like long puddles of pee. And somebody had taken the number 2 in just the middle of the hall, not in the corner, just in the middle. And people live in every apartment on that floor. So how you gonna go outside of somebody else's apartment
Yeah.
in the
And
hallway,
Yeah.
close
and
the
it-
hallway, and take a number 2 against the wall?
Yeah. Pretty
And
crazy.
then what do you do as a resident? Hey, they dumping outside my door again.
Yeah. Wow.
And,
Yeah.
and honorable mention, Butler Road
Little
Apartment.
road apartments.
Man,
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget the
Drive
one.
You drive
Nope.
in, but you don't drive in.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go Highland Park. Hemlock Court. Number 2 Hemlock Court.
It's still up too.
The Brick Jungle in the East End. Shorter Garden, because I kind of grew up there. Shorter Garden when I was little. Shorter Garden. Oh, it's a mix up between Granite Mountain and
Yeah, Grand Mountain was.
I know, right? Granite Mountain and Silver City Court
Mm,
and South End. Ooh.
yeah. But you know, I grew up in the South, so
So and like that's I put Westgate in there because I grew up. That's normal.
Yeah.
That's just normal.
yeah, Westgate top 10. Hey, top 10 for sure.
It's not top 5. It's just top
Yeah.
10. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
man.
Oh no, what would be number 5? I'll probably go with I'll probably go with South End, man. South End was pretty rough back
It
then.
was. And Sunset.
And an
too.
honorable mention, even though it's not a project housing, but it was kind of built like a project one way in. A lot of the streets dead end was Dixie. You ever heard of Dixie, man? You ever been to Dixie?
That was out of my jurisdiction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's on the north side, right down the street from Hemlock. It's right down the street from Hemlock Court.
Yeah.
But it's a bunch of houses, but it's a one-way street. It's like A, B, C, D, E, but they're all dead ends, though.
Yeah.
So imagine going over grass and staying Dixie. Dudes don't like you. You come outside. Then the only way to get out is these dudes at the end of the street.
It's a training day, man. It's training day.
For real. For real. Yeah,
And
all
you
of
know
them mention
what?
Dixie,
I
man.
made choices like that a lot going in these projects. Saw seeing men out there just standing. It's like, you know what? I think I can go see her and I'll be straight.
Yeah.
Knowing I'm not from that hood.
So what's something people would not realize about living in the projects that maybe some part that they don't realize? Like
It's a community.
people always think it's a bad thing, but it's some positives in there.
The sense of
They don't
community.
realize.
I got lifelong
Yeah.
friendships and associations from living there. And we feel
Yeah.
like family. I was talking to a girl that grew up in there, like how she did dangerous stuff. Like as a little girl, like walking to the Boys and Girls Club by herself, walking through the neighborhoods at 10, 17, 12, 13, becoming a woman, being attractive, and just walking through these places. And
Man,
just because she
don't
was
even know what
from there,
danger is.
she-
You don't even know what
Exactly.
danger is.
her
You're
not
naive.
she was naive, but she
Yeah.
had safety because people knew her. They knew her family, and we were kind of a little family. Sometimes crime didn't happen to the people that was in there, maybe the outsiders. But it's some people I know, haven't seen them in years, no blood relation, but we feel like family because we grew up in that place. Or that mama, speaking about touching other folks' kids, that her mama was authorized to, lay into you or give you a
Yeah.
little tap because that sense of community and trust.
Yeah. What
Like,
you think,
like
Phil? What you got?
hey, I agree, man. Same thing. Like that sense of community. Like, but that's really that's how the neighborhood used to be anyway. Even without the being in the projects, like it was a community thing. Like everybody looked out
Everybody
for
moved
everybody.
out. But see, everybody moved out.
Yeah, I mean it was
When
you know, there was-
they did welfare, when they started doing welfare, building these projects, everybody moved away from family. Got on up out of there.
yeah, because
I
It
think the
was
family
lonely.
dynamic evolved
Yeah.
when you in the bricks, and you know what I mean. This is a family with 5 kids in a 3
So
room
how-
apartment.
How is
then-
the evolution going from a house to a housing project?
How's it? What now?
How's the evolution going from a house to a housing project?
The sense of family kind of like it extends. You know what I mean? Like I got a family. We got a 3-bedroom apartment. It's 4 kids and 2 adults. The people next to me, 2 parents. You know what I mean? They got 6 kids. So you borrow stuff and you sing. You got a sense of community within your building. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Of course, it's crime there. You know what I mean? But it's poverty and with struggle sometimes, or adversity. Sometimes people come together.
Yeah, I think you the things that you learn from living in the projects or just in the inner city is learning how to keep your head on a swivel. It's like subconsciously, you know what I'm saying? Like you just notice you got aware of what's going on. Like me and my wife was looking for an automatic car wash the other day. We was just like in Benton or something. And I just seen out the corner of my eye and just swerved over there and went in there. She's like, "How did you see that?" I wasn't paying attention. Awareness, man. It's subconsciously baked in. You know what I'm saying? You just see stuff. You pull up to a gas station. You're like, you know what? My spider sense says keep on rolling. Don't even stop. You know what I'm saying?
But also, like when we were standing in projects, like everybody in the projects went to the same school, but it was a few of us that went to like a whole nother. We
Yeah.
got shipped off to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
For real.
how all y'all go to school down the street and I gotta ride the bus to Rodney Parent?
Man,
It's like
for
all
real.
of us going to a whole different school. Like we got to stick together. We only 5 on this bus stop.
Yeah.
Then like discernment, man, on a whole nother level, just being able to understand like how stuff go, man. It's crazy. Living in the projects, though, I don't think people don't realize, because you're dealing with like 5 or 6. You could be dealing with 5 or 6 different situations at one time with different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Like this dude hustling, this dude a gangster, this dude always getting into it with other neighborhoods. So if you hang around this dude, you got to key on the swivel because you don't know what's gonna happen in the next 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know we was dealing with that. Certain people we hung out with in the park.
And then you see how people make decisions. You know, like one time they try to make a dude get in the trunk. He had to make a choice right then, split decision. Like at IHOP, split decision breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Get in the trunk or take your chances. He took his chances. Smart man.
He only got grazing, and I thought dude was kind of off, but he only got grazed in the butt. I was like, I got a lot of respect for him because he didn't get in the truck.
He didn't get in the trunk.
Yeah.
He get in that trunk, man. That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is it. That was
Another big payback, and the big payback he got out the trunk though.
Yeah.
But that's a movie though.
I'm not taking no chances with my real life, or I went to Puff Daddy house. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to have those experiences. So I got
this. I got this diagram on this slide. I made a graph for y'all. Like, who determines the relationship when two people meet between dating and courtship? And I'm gonna go to this diagram. Let me know what y'all think. So, if a man meets woman, a woman meets man, do you determine if it's courtship or dating, or do you just go with the flow first? Or do you just go to dating? Is it long term?
You go with the flow.
Or is it short term?
You go with the flow. Well, when you say dating, that's when y'all make it official. But first, you always go with the flow first, and let's just see, because you have to ask the right questions, not the normal questions, but ask the right questions.
Qualifying questions, you know what I mean? Do you even qualify for the dating?
Right. See, that's the thing, right?
Do you even qualify for courtship? I'm not even going to consider you for courtship if I'm not, talking to you.
Yeah.
If you can't answer these questions, you don't qualify for courtship.
Right. Here's what I got on there, like on the courtship. Am I compatible with this person? And if it's determined that I'm not compatible, do I go ahead and stop now? Or do I keep going? I think people go through that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
It's
do
best
I stop
to
now?
stop.
Do I keep going?
Some
people don't, you know what I'm saying?
It's
best to stop, but reasons you keep going. This person's not compatible for me, but this person is gorgeous. You know what I mean? This person got certain.
The old man, the judge make $1 million. The judge make $1 million. If he die, get $1 million. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna bypass that.
You know what I mean? You can overlook some red flags because people are overlooking red flags all the time.
Boy,
you're not compatible with this person. Overlook their red flag because of money, because of looks, because of potential. So you should probably like this.
And
let's look at dating. Go ahead.
Stop dating off potential, man. You either be ready or you're not.
Yeah.
Simple.
If they don't have a growth mindset, they'll never reach their potential.
It's harder to stop dating off potential when you're younger because we're all 21. You're in med school. You're a potential doctor. Am I not supposed to take that in consideration?
Nope. Because you ain't got time for me.
So when you feel it's like when you get with dating though, let's say if somebody don't get married, or they just like long term dating, do they determine how long it lasts, or do you determine courtship but just live together as long term dating? You know what I'm saying? And then the next one is it just sex, or am I just here for the circumstance? And then if you do the courtship or live together, am I okay with this model for a long term, just living with a person? You know what I'm saying? And not being married, you just living with a person for a long time.
So,
and then, go ahead.
The flow chart, the upper flow chart determines the second one. So, if the answer is incompatible, you already know it's just sex or something like that or something physical. But if you go the right, if it's a green light and you are compatible, then you qualify for the other things like is it stable?
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like this.
See, can you tell if somebody's mentally stable before you go that far? Or do you think people ignore? Or do people ignore that?
You can tell,
That
but
goes
you
back
want
to
to
the
ignore
first thing.
Yeah, I know, right? Some people be ignoring. I'm just saying, man.
You can tell, but if you ignore it,
But
you
let's see.
expect to come with it.
Now
Expect
let's
what
tell
come
the
with
young men this. Is this fact or fiction? Let's tell the young men this. A lot of girls, let's say 70%. Let's not say all women, but 70% of that group of women that's unstable. Those be the ones that dudes can't get away from because the intimacy level is so high that they kind of deal with the unstableness. Is that fact or fiction?
Or money. The money is so high. It's something good making you think like this hardship is worth it or this risk is worth it.
Exactly.
it.
That's a good way to put it.
Hey,
That's a good way to put it.
these young folks ain't putting up with that. I'm trying to tell you, they ain't putting up with it.
And I
Putting
think
up
that's
with
a
what?
good thing.
Man, dreams being sold every day, Pill. That's why you see them on here crying. They on here talk. They on here on Facebook now. Man, dudes don't want to do this. Dudes don't want to do that. But man, they get
ain't
knocked
got to.
down off of Facebook though.
I'm speaking from the
Man.
men's perspective.
Huh?
I'm speaking from the
He
men's
said
perspective.
he ain't never got knocked down.
It's
He
women
never-
out here selling dreams too. It's
he
women
never
out here
been in a
selling
private
dreams
bar.
too.
Yeah. But they,
It's
you know,
women-
most of these young folks, they already know each other. They be like, boy, I already knocked that John down. She crazy. But
I bought a couple of drinks myself. You know what I mean? It was a nice house. I looked, oh my God, this is amazing.
So when you was younger, so I tell a wife, sometimes you let a girl sell a dream just to see if it's something new. Like, wait a minute, I never seen this play before. Let me see how this kind of play out a little bit, so I can add this to my playbook, so I can to my defense. You know what I'm saying?
You know, maybe I'm the problem. I should just buy in. Yeah, I should just buy into this system.
That's what I say. Before you even start, man, you better get to know them. Like when I say get to know them,
Oh yeah,
you
for
got,
sure.
hey man, you got, hey, she might got daddy issues. You might got mama issues. Hey,
That's true.
Like I still kind of learning my ex. Like as a co-parent, like we was married for like 10 plus years. You know, you still find out stuff. You know,
yeah,
that was holding.
Yeah,
You know,
you
what I mean?
never
Now you single. Now
really-
you single, and you making a certain amount of money. Oh, that's what you like to do. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, do
Yeah.
your thing.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's like you never really know 100% of a person. Sometimes you think you do,
Man.
but you really don't.
man.
And the way we know people are very situational.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, sure.
I know you when the family life good, you got a job, but you know the
Yeah.
people of Mike that didn't have a job. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
The only thing I got is a pistol in the bag, in a mag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know?
Hey, man.
Mike will never do anything like that. Well, you don't know struggle Mike. You know what I mean? So,
Boy, exactly.
so Father Mike and struggle Mike is a totally different Mike. So,
Yeah.
the
That's
same
true.
thing with Peel. So,
Yeah, it's just. I mean, you're still the same person, but you know, it sometimes it brings out your truest version of yourself. Also, you know.
and I think your actions say more about you than your beliefs.
Yeah.
So you believe in God, but when times get hard,
yeah.
you're doing
Yeah.
the devil work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you say you are. I know the person you say you are,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
but
For sure.
I've seen the person you really are when the times get bad. So some people sometimes those sides don't come out. It's still in you to do those
Yeah.
actions, but you spend so much time preaching on what you believe and what I do and what I'm gonna do in this situation. But when that heat turn up,
Yeah.
we gonna see.
Boy.
We gonna see.
Allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
So the next slide, yeah, for sure. I think everybody, when you think about like the jungle or the food chain, everybody is some kind of animal, whether they want to believe it or not. Whether you're a tiger, wolf,
Mm-hmm.
elephant, lemur, limu, I don't know. Is somebody got some?
Oh.
You don't want to admit it or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, emu. I don't know what they call llamas, the llamas or whatever. Yeah, it's all kind of ostrich, whatever you want to be. Somebody something.
Cricket.
Like everybody got a good side and bad side. Everybody do, man. It's just-
Yeah.
But some people ain't grew up enough in life yet. That's one thing about living in the projects too. You see, like sometimes you can see all sides of a person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're not even looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like And you witness stuff you probably shouldn't witness because,
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
so
That's true.
you know, a married woman or just a woman, single woman, she goes to church, whatever. But when you live in a project, you see, or you are neighbor across the hall,
Mm-hmm.
or you live right next to her, so your window points out at the same parking lot as hers, and you see the dudes coming over her house.
Boy.
They just in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you see her go to church every Sunday. You see her go to Bible study. But it's a lot of men in there. Like that's her parking. That's her guest parking space, and it's a different car in there. Or you look out the peephole, it's another man, and it's 3 in one night. And you just see that, and you're not supposed to know that about Sister Johnson. You weren't supposed to see that. You know, at 15 years old, you hanging out. You know what I mean? You seeing.
Yeah.
You going in? Hey, dude going in there too? Like, is she selling something? I think she is. You're not supposed to see that. You know what I mean? Maybe as a 15-year-old, because 15-year-olds knows it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? 15-year-olds are lifted by the window. Let's be Miss Johnson.
Especially when you don't have the male figure to explain to you what's going on. You thinking like, dang, maybe I need to go over there too.
But then, Miss K selling freeze cups for 25 cents. Miss Johnson's, selling for something else for the hot 25. You know what I mean?
Boy, for real. All right, next slide. This is the thinking game split decision. Let me know what you think about this. You meet all the qualifications, have the credentials, and have a great interview and still not receive the position or the job. How does a person process and deal with this scenario? I think sometimes a lot of people, they don't like to deal with rejection. I guess that's the thing, if it's due to race or whatever, or, they just don't want to hire you in. A lot of times, that good old boy system, man, it ain't about, because it be black people that do it too, you know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah. I mean, but you got to take it how it go.
Yeah, you got to take how it go, yeah.
Like, if, I'm going to do us and we. If we do it and it benefits us, I don't have a problem with it. So I don't have a problem with it if they do it and it benefits them. That's their arena.
For sure.
And just like that. You know what I mean? I'm going to take the good with the bad. I'm going to take all our blessings, but I'm going to let them have theirs as well.
Yeah.
But it's coming up from my background, I don't expect to get it. Like, with the job, I'm going to apply, put my best foot forward, but I'm not overly hopeful. You know what I mean? That I'm going to get this situation. So I don't feel no type of way. I mean, it's for us, it's normal to be well qualified, check all the boxes and not get the opportunity, the job. So it's kind of normal, that sense of disappointment. I don't get my hopes up until not till I sign, but until I get that first check. My hopes ain't up. But I'm always prepared.
Yeah. Good point.
Very good point. One of them things, like, sometimes you be like, you have to be thankful that you didn't get a certain position because you don't want no problem. And you see,
yeah, that's true.
I can't speak for everybody because I still got hair. Hey, man, I've seen people get positions, man, they lose their hair, get gray hair so fast, stressing.
You can look at the earlier podcast. I didn't have Mike played a video.
It was just for me. It was just for me, though.
No, some people like position I got now. Even though I'm a little older, it's people that's way younger than me. They're like, man, y'all stressing too much. You're stressing too much on what? But that's what you wanted. You wanted to move up that ladder in life. But sometimes you gotta be like, okay, I'm good. But that's just me.
Yeah, I think too. Like say some people just don't like say dealing with the rejection. Like when we talk about stress, like workplace stress and stuff. I went through that earlier in my younger years. As I get older, like I say, my brain just works different as I get older. Like my humor is insane, but I told myself I'd never let a job stress me out like I did when I was younger. No, I won't do it. But you have to be able to have tough skin at the same time in order for that not to happen, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to develop a tough skin.
Mhm.
Also, you got to be able to process things for the moment. You got to leave the street stuff behind, because sometimes your street reaction don't need to be your corporate reaction. I guess is what I'm trying to say, if that makes sense. Because sometimes people will try to play you just to see what you'll do in the corporate world, and they're not from the streets. They just how they roll. But you can't walk up on them and punch them in the face. It don't work like unless you want to go to jail. Probably.
Yeah, but you got to learn how to articulate it too, because
Yeah, that's true.
You can still talk street.
But see, here's the thing. Sometimes you can articulate it. It makes sense, and they still do it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's
No,
crazy.
you gotta adjust. Like fighting in
Yeah,
the
it's
street
sure.
is different from fighting in the corporate world. You just use different
Yeah.
tools, and you
Yeah.
gotta
Yes,
learn
for
how
sure.
to fight in the arenas you're in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a ways to be intelligent and still check a person on
Oh, for sure.
what it is.
And the thing too, I learned is working many jobs. Some jobs, if I don't get it, I probably didn't need to work there. The culture probably wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what
in the
people.
first place.
That's what people were saying. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You be
'Cause-
thankful.
Well, have you ever had somebody interview you and you be like, I know I don't fit this culture. Just by the dude just interviewing me, I don't fit this culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work.
Yep.
You know
Or,
what I'm
or it's
saying?
gonna be an act. I'm gonna be on full time.
Like I'm on Jerry Seinfeld.
Yep.
Like, like walking in Jerry Seinfeld show. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Come on, guy.
I applied for one job and I was like, I probably shouldn't apply. And then I had an interview and was supposed to go do the little whatever, the little part of it. I said, man, I already know I'm gonna end up sliding this dude up under the chair. Up on the table. I know I'm gonna slide.
Man.
About that plane. I don't need this
Already.
job. I applied for it, but I really didn't need it. But I just did it.
Yeah. And sometimes it's good to go to interview just to kind of see where you at as far as
Yeah.
social, like just what your social skills, your interview skills is.
Yeah.
But I went to a
Brush up
job one time. They took me on a tour, and when I say it was no people of color in that job, it was all the way.
Mm.
I don't know if they did that on purpose to like show you, like, dude, you're not gonna get this job. You know what I'm saying?
And usually 6'5" black guys.
Boy, and they looking like, man, who is this?
Your
You got
hands are mighty
the
big.
you got the Green Mile. You got the Green Mile in here or something, man. What's going
Done
on?
coffee, like your hands sure
Yeah.
big, boy. What now?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, and we
So,
used
yeah.
to take bets, like for real. We used to take bets when people would interview for jobs, and okay, and once they get hired, we used to take bets and see how long they gonna last. How long you think he gonna last? I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell by the way he came in dressed. I'm like, yeah. I give him.
Yeah, but
I
some
give
jobs
him-
just gotta realize ain't for you though. You just like, you know what? This ain't gonna be the culture for me, man. You know what I'm saying? This just ain't gonna be it. But yeah, man, we're going to our next slide. Pick one. Fresh, the movie Fresh, or the movie South Central?
Mm.
It's hard. OG Bobby Johnson.
Boy.
Fresh was good though. Fresh was good
Yeah.
on the code, but I remember South Central more. It's
Yeah.
a bigger impact on me.
It just came out at the right time. That was really what we was going through
Mhm.
Boy.
at the time it came out.
Yeah.
Showed you again why you don't want to go to jail.
Oh my
And it's just
God.
like, you know,
Boy.
as a child, it's like, yep, that's not the place for me. You know what I mean? Nah.
And before you even go to jail, why you don't want to be a manipulator? Why you don't want to join a gang?
Mhm. Mhm.
I mean,
No,
he had to shoot dude with the potato. I mean, you could say no, but what's gonna happen if he would have said no? You in the club, it's going down.
All that
The
look
gun
cool.
with the,
All
Yeah.
that look cool. Until they start picking people up. And people start
boy.
telling different stories. And then,
Boy.
you end up with the little blue jumpsuit. You know what I mean? So it's all fun.
And you know what's crazy too? Sometimes you could do dirt. I'm not saying do this, but you might do something like that and never get caught. The fact that he was in the car with his friend when they tried to pick up that girl, he got caught, and then they had the gun just in there because they couldn't find him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then when they brought him in there, oh yeah, we got you. Yeah, we got your fingerprints on this gun, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It still had a potato on it. It said they didn't even throw the gun away. It still had-
My favorite line. Ray got your boy stealing car stereo. What?
Oh boy, it's a lot of favorite lines. And that was when he was in there talking to that dude, that Muslim dude. He said, "Oh, what you gonna tell me another story? Yeah, I'm gonna talk." He hit the man cell with his hand, and you gonna listen, cause he didn't know what he was in jail for. I had a son, and I told him to straighten his back up. Man, he was hanging up with his friends, man, and he got killed, man. And I went and killed all three of them, man. I'm in here for life, man. He looking like, man, I ain't know he killed 3 people, man. Man, you know, to kill one person, you crazy, but to kill 3 people, man, that's a whole other level of crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, South Central is different, man.
Yeah, South Central was crazy, man.
Hold on, Fresh.
Then
Hold on, Fresh was no.
Fresh was cold too, though. Fresh was good too.
Is that the
I'm
one
gonna
where
pick
they was
Fresh
still
because
in?
it.
No, I'm thinking about New Jersey Drive.
No, that was still in the car. Fresh was the one he was playing chess with everybody. He was doing stuff in the hood. You know, he was doing it with his homeboy. His homeboy tried to do it, but he didn't know what he was doing. And they started shooting at. He tried to shoot back at the dude, tried to rob him, and the tire went flat, and he got stuck. And he had to make a choice right then. you remember that part, Jay?
I have to go back and watch that one because
His homeboy got caught in that tire. They shot the tire. His homeboy hand got stuck in it. He couldn't move. And Fresh had to make a choice. Do I stay or do I leave?
Yeah, I'm
We can all live. We can all
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back.
I'm sorry, I can live. When you
But yeah, man, his sister was with that pimp. He had dude was crazy. Then there was another dude messing with him. He got dude messed up by the kingpin. Beat him up, but he got beat with a dog chain. Boy, you know you that hurt. You got beat with a dog chain, boy, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, Fresh South Central was good too, though. But Fresh was good too. That's a hard one, but yeah, I'd probably pick Fresh though. Fresh was pretty crazy. South Central just looked good cinematically though. Fresh looked kind of old, got that grainy look to it.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
So another thing about growing up in the projects or living in the inner city is knowing when to just keep driving and not stopping. You gotta know when. You pull up somewhere, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna keep on rolling. You know what I'm saying? He go over girl house. She live in the brick jungle. She just give you the directions, but she don't say what she live in. Say, you know what? I'm gonna go and keep rolling to the airport.
My house is just past this. No, that's it. You're looking at the
So
number.
you live in Hanger Hills, only one way. You live in Hanger Hills, only one way in, one way out. You gonna beat me at the gate? I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? You go to the gas station by Highland Park, but now she tell you she live in Highland Park. It's just you don't even know what that is, man. Highland Park. I've been to Highland Park. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go to Pick Pack. Was it Pick Pack?
Yeah.
Go to Pick Pack by 9 o'clock at night. Go to Pick Pack. You just keep rolling. I got no gas to make it on Trust Street, so I take my chance. I'm on the red line on my gas, but I take my chance.
They didn't even have gas.
Pick Pack?
Nah.
They didn't?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're right. And then it's just inside of a convenience store.
Yeah, it's a liquor store.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You
Well,
got no
liquor store
win, man.
/ convenience store.
There's a lot of them situations in the hood. I'll probably make this little slide that's gonna be on next. You got no win, man. You got know when to get out of Dodge, man. You got no win, man.
And one of the biggest things you carry that when you go into them even bigger cities. You know.
Oh yeah.
You got to do your homework.
Oh yeah. Even overseas, man. People think it's sweet overseas, man. I want to go to Dominican Republic, man. Sure, go over there and get waxed, man. Don't care about you.
I ain't wearing
I want to go to my homeland. I'm gonna go to Africa. What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
You think you're gonna wear
Give me your iPhone. Give me your iPhone. You like the iPhone? Give me your iPhone. We got the AK. He got the AK without the safety broke off on the safety on. He only got a safety on it. He broke it off, so it's fully out.
You go to them bigger cities and you think you're gonna wear your best stuff. No, boy, you better dress calm in a t-shirt and some Hawaiian
shorts.
shorts.
Down my boy Stucky house, man. We talking about, man. His homeboy said, man, you want to go to Oak Cliff? Stucky was like, nah, we ain't going to Oak Cliff, man.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
He said, man, let's go to Crybabies, man. Nah, we ain't going out there, man. He leave that where it's at, man.
Yeah, I can go out there, but I know, I know when and how to move and when you go to other places. If you
Man,
don't,
if you go down Pike at the wrong time, man. You subject to get popped, man. And they're trying to gentrify it. They ain't quite
but
gentrified yet, but
listen,
you go.
listen, listen what I tell you. I said, yeah, they about to gentrify Pike, but what they about to do is take over the other end of Broadway first.
What's in?
The going back toward Rose City.
You
Yep.
think so?
Yeah.
That's where Dixie at. That's where
Man, they,
Dixie and stuff
man,
at.
they just built a Baptist hospital little clinic thing over there.
Man, that's a hustle. Man, that's a
No,
hustle,
no.
man.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Man,
I-
that's a hustle.
I
Okay.
stay out closer this way.
Okay.
I stay out closer this
Okay.
way. I'm trying
We
to
both
tell
been
you.
living 40 years, man. We see the hood. That's a hustle, man.
I'm telling you, Mike, I stay closer. That's like
Okay.
7 minutes.
I drove by that the other day. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that really new. Shotgun Dan still there.
Uh-huh.
The little shopping, the little stretch, the little shopping center still there. Little mechanic shop still there.
Yeah.
All that stuff still
How
there,
long?
man.
How long you think?
Huh?
How long you think?
Man, that stuff been there for a minute. Is Tyson gone now? Is Tyson gone now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think they
he's
closed
down
down
there.
there. Yeah, they gone. Yeah, they gone now. Yeah, Dunn still there. They ain't even upgraded the building. Dunn still there.
Just like
Same
these-
building.
Look,
Since we
just
were
like
kids,
y'all,
man.
yeah, that's one of the ones that ain't gonna leave. They probably upgraded, or they might just leave.
Upgrade?
It
Why they got to upgrade for? Do
No,
you really
no.
know how many businesses really upgrade their
Damn,
stuff,
Mike,
bro?
you ain't
You
let
be
me
surprised.
finish, bro. You ain't let me
Go ahead,
finish.
finish.
Goddamn, I was about to say. I would say they could upgrade it, but it's such a staple in the community that they ain't gonna leave it there. But it's gonna be a lot of changes.
Because people don't care, man. Like, some businesses, bro, when you ride by there, you be like, man, the sign is messed up, but they still selling fried rice. You know, they don't care about upgrade. Like, you ever been to downtown New Fontaine? Man, that sign, you can't even see the letters on it, bro.
Yeah, but
They
that's
still out there slanging fried rice.
It's a staple.
But most time people think that you want to upgrade. Like, upgrade for what? We still selling fried rice. What we need to upgrade? Spend the money on what?
But
Man, spending money on that.
but that's like
We're going to keep an eye on that clinic, though, bro.
Yeah,
Watch. We're
I'm
going to keep an eye
trying
on the
to
clinic
tell
and see
you,
what it do.
because if you pay
I'm telling you.
attention, like it ain't no business. You know, Broadway used to be booming.
When?
What?
That's the-
What?
When?
Back in the day, Broadway was booming. It was
Man,
booming.
that's the second coming of Martin Luther King Rose City. You know that?
It's like
I feel I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, like certain parts, like you might not remember, but certain parts of even Little Rock, it used to be booming like that. For real.
Man,
Just like what was it?
I don't remember when that part of Broadway was booming, bro.
Man,
I just can't remember.
I was a kid.
Was too. My dad used to have family. He had kids stay in Rose City, bro. We used to go over there a lot. I was like,
And that was a
it
good
almost
neighborhood.
kind of still.
That was a
looked
good
the
neighborhood.
same.
That was a good neighborhood back in the day.
Depending on how far you go back. Depending on how far you go back up in that thing.
Yeah. I'm talking about 80s. My memory is good as 80s. Now you ask me something about 2000.
Now I tell you, neighborhood that they used to be good in the '80s, but it ain't now. But back up in there where Hudson Fish Market is, that used to be pretty good.
What I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I thought you talking about further back in the Rose City, going back towards Highway
I'm
Proto
talking about
Junction and all that. I thought you talking about going back toward Proto Junction.
No. I'm talking about Broadway, that strip itself.
Cause man, you ride through
Now,
there
once you
now.
cross the tracks, it's a little different.
That's what I said. You ride back in that neighborhood now. It's a little area back up
Yeah.
in there. It seems like you go from regular area back into the multiverse or something.
Yeah, but
Like it ain't even the same.
But you know, it's still a lot of older people living. But eventually,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's gonna turn to prime real estate because it's right there by the river too. So
man,
it's gonna
that's
happen.
what I'm trying to tell you. Like, man, somebody told me something. If East End would look like how it look now, if they would have told me that 20 years ago, I'd be like, man, you lying.
Yeah, built that Clinton Library, but they never really fully gentrified the East End though. People didn't want to sell their properties either though.
They're not gonna sell it. I told you.
But they eminent domain. A lot of people too though. They took people's stuff too. They didn't want to sell it. They took their stuff, man. Like you don't want to sell it, don't worry about it. We'll take that.
Yeah, because because the older people passed off, and yeah.
All right, here's is this the last one? Oh, I went after that. So, it's hard to be embarrassed when a person is accountable. You believe that statement?
It's
Like
at
somebody
home.
can't hold their past over you if you was already accountable about it. They can't hold their past over your head. Oh, your past. I'm sorry. Like somebody can't say what I did in high school because, dude, I already knew I was crazy. I told you I was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
So I mean, you're not gonna embarrass me with that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Once you hold yourself accountable, ain't nothing you can't
Like, I
embarrass
knew I
you.
was a class clown. I tell mom all the time, man, I was so crazy in class, man. It was ridiculous, man.
My mama still don't know. No.
My mom know. My mom
She
know I was
like,
crazy. She
what?
like, but I don't even want to know, but I know, but I don't want to know.
She was
Oh
like,
man,
no, because I was I pretty much was a good student and still made the grades, but she knew I couldn't help it. She knew
yeah.
it.
That's why I tell it to young kids: just be accountable for what you do, man. Don't If you're not accountable, then that's when you start getting embarrassed about stuff. But if you're accountable, like, dude, I did it. Yeah, I did that. I was crazy. So don't let somebody embarrass you on the stuff that you did. Because sometimes we don't even have enough. What am I trying to say? They don't even have enough. They too fearful to try stuff and take a risk in life. You know what I'm saying? And they'll spot you from taking a risk. They'll hate on you, but they never even tried it. They still walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
be accountable.
Yeah, and when you say be accountable, that really means be accountable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're gonna mess up. Yeah, you're gonna do stuff that you be like, damn, I probably should have did that. But it is what it
Because
is. You live with
And that's
them.
the whole thing to the youth. We want you to make good decisions, plan these things out, so you don't be making up for lost time when you get older, when you become accountable. That's the part of accountability. Say, man, I'm saying it to myself. Like if I would have took care of business when I was younger, I wouldn't be making up for
Mm-hmm.
lost time now. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that's not a bad thing to say. It's being honest about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
And it happens. You're gonna make mistakes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're gonna make
But
mistakes.
if you're wise, you will listen to what we saying and you'll limit. You
Mm-hmm.
will limit some of those mistakes. That's all I'm saying. Be better than me. Don't be a repeat of me. Be better than me. You know what I'm saying? If anybody out here that's watching is kind of like me, they say like, man, this dude kind of remind me of me. I'm telling you, don't be crazy like I was. Kind of tone it down a little bit. You know, be
Yeah.
pointed in the right direction. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You know what I'm
I
saying?
say
So
you can be crazy like me. I'd say, I'm devil's advocate, but you can be crazy like me, but still, still handle your business and still be you. Be your authentic
yeah,
version of yourself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So pick one: Temptations or the Whispers.
Mm. I'm not. I'm just gonna pick the Temptations because I know their songs.
Yeah, I know both, but yeah, I like the Whispers.
Yeah,
And the
that's
beat
what I
goes on.
say.
And the beat goes on.
That's
Yeah, that
what I'm
song so
saying. Like
cold.
I know
And
the Whispers.
Rocksteady.
Yeah. Damn, that's Whispers.
Rocksteady. Yeah, man, they had some hits, boy. What?
That was saying like.
Steady rocking all
Yeah.
night.
I'm one of them people
Yeah,
you know the song, be like, oh, that's their song. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. They used to dance too, but only the twins didn't dance though. The other dudes did, but the twins just stand on the side, just be singing, and the beat goes on. Have you ever wondered?
It's like
That's
do
when
it
they had
this.
the mustaches back then. They had them thick mustaches, man. Those Richard Pryor mustache, man.
Oh,
But Temptation was cold too. I mean, that movie, man, that biopic, The Temptations,
yeah.
man, probably dead in the Five Heartbeats, probably top two.
Man, you would think the Five Heartbeats was a real group. Like, who was
Oh, I thought they was a real group when I saw that, man. But yeah, but Temptations though, yeah, David Ruffin, man. If he was that's probably only a glimpse of how crazy he was when he was young.
Man,
Of the
and
movie, they probably couldn't even capture how crazy probably dude really was. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait to that's one of my next skits I want to work on. I want to work on Dave Ruffin.
Man, they got this song. They got this song. I love this song. It's called "Standing on the Top."
Mm.
Oh, that video so cold because it's like them when they older and had a little bit more reserve. But you can tell they been through a lot, man. Like David Ruffin, you can tell he been through a lot, man. It's just crazy. You gotta watch that video when you get a chance, man. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, man. Shout out to them, man. So here's another part that the youth I think need to understand right here, man. Understanding about elevating in life. You got to understand that everybody will not want to elevate with you.
Yep.
So you go from the streets, you go to your career. Some people still want to stay in the streets. They were like, man, you go do that career thing. I'm going to stay right here in the green. You go over there in the gold, you know what I'm saying?
You'll be back. You'll be back, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you try to come back and grab them, they almost get sabotaged. They don't want to go. Like, man, I'm good. You go, you stay right there.
You know,
But then the thing that sucks is when you get to that point in your career and it's almost like they expect you to give them something when they could have actually went down the same path with you. I think that's the part that sucks sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I said, what's your favorite quotes? You gotta be in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. This ain't no sprint. It's easy to get money.
Yeah. To keep it and maintain it. Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And nothing worse than people think you done work hard. They don't know what you had to do to get to where you had to get to, and then think you supposed to just give it to them. Like, man, let me get $100. You got the money, man. You crazy.
Yeah.
Get it to my son. You crazy.
Yeah. Exactly, man. Man, hey, cue that noise. Cue the clapping. Hey, man.
But how do you handle that, bro? Do you just gotta know how to say no? You just gotta know how to say no and just deal. Because some people can't handle their perception. What do they call it? Survivor's remorse or something like that?
Survivor's remorse.
Where you feel like you gotta go back?
Man,
You know what
I had that for a long time.
you did.
Yep, I had that for a long time.
Because here's the tough part, Peel. How many of them that if you brought them in to do lawn care, they will actually do it consistently? They'll probably start out strong, but they won't keep it up the same way you would. That's the tough part. You trying to get them game, you know what I'm saying? And then they'll do it. Go ahead.
I know too, but they ain't grown folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't grown folks.
They'll do it for a little bit, then they be like, man, I don't want to do this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I'm trying to give you the game, you know what I'm saying? But you got to put in the work.
That's what it is. Like, you put in work for the wrong stuff.
Boy, for real. Yeah.
But once you put in stuff,
Real deal.
put in that work for the right stuff, yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. You're gonna bump your head, but I didn't bump my head enough to where I'm trying to show you. Like, look,
Same
you
here.
ain't gotta bump your head on this.
And then family life. Some people in the streets don't understand family life. When you become committed to your family, you just don't have time for the streets or a lot of stuff you don't have time for when you really commit to your family. But some people used to just being in a broken home and everybody got time for everything. But when you in a actually family structure, it's a lot of stuff you just don't even got time for. People think, oh man, he's stuck up or he'll never come around no more. Yeah, because I'm with my family. That's why. I'm invested time with my kids and my wife. You know what I'm saying? My wife and kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and
some people don't get that part.
And they'll try to make you feel bad because you're doing. It's like, no, it's nothing. It's nothing wrong with spending time with family, but when you working on your craft and what you're doing in life, it's gonna be some stuff that you miss that you would normally make time for when you're broke. Not broke, but you just
success comes with a cost. It's not. There is no if you work a regular job, your success is only going to be so much of a circle. But if you want a bigger circle, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you time.
Man,
and that's just kind of how it works. Like if you I don't think people like this for you to do yards, right? To make millions of dollars. How many yards do you think you would have to do?
Man,
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. How much time would that take? You know what I'm saying? Even with equipment, where you could do more yards, but it'll take more time. Yeah. And that's anything, even Tony Robbins, dude making millions to speak, but he probably ain't at home a whole lot. He on the road, but he making millions. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where, like, what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to balance it all because you still gotta keep the balance no matter what. Yeah, but it's gonna be some stuff that you be like, man, I can't.
But what we talked about with communication, though, that's one thing I know about the other side of people. they have that are successful. Their family understands
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. Like I'm probably gonna be on the road to make these millions, but we're gonna have 2 months to
Mm-hmm.
just stop and go on vacation after we
Mm-hmm.
make these millions. Instead of why you ain't never at home? Why you not here? I want you here. But you're not gonna get the millions
Yeah.
working 9 to 5. You're not. You're
Yeah.
just not gonna do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I
And
think
I'm
some
not.
people don't. Go ahead. What you say, Bill?
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
Like I got to be careful. But when I say like with my lawn service,
Yeah.
I know I'm cheating myself working a 9 to 5. But
Not really. I don't think you
yeah,
are. I think you're doing the right thing right now. I think you're
I'm
doing
doing. Yeah,
smart.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing, but I'm also cheating myself because I know what it takes, and I know like my focus level
Yeah.
is only thing when you becoming a business owner or entrepreneur, you really have to do your research and understand the pros and cons to everything that you're doing.
Yes. And you got to have a process that you're going to stick to. You got to
Yeah,
be consistent with the process.
being
That's
consistent.
why when I get back into selling cars,
Hmm.
right? The process. I like the process of selling, like going to the auction, looking at
Yeah,
cars, buying a car, bringing it back, getting it ready to sell, post it online or something, sell it. I could do that process over and over and over. Just like with the yards, right? You know,
yeah.
you get the customer, you go to the yard, especially when you start cutting it and they get it cut consistently, it's not that burden of a cut, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the
It's
ones
not.
that ain't cut their yards in 3 months and then
Yeah.
it's at your shin, that's when
Yeah.
and then you gotta find an efficient
The
way to
price,
cut that kind of grass, you know what I'm
hey,
saying?
and the prices
Yeah.
go up. The prices go
Yeah.
up, but that's what I had 2 or 3 people. They tried to go. My prices are damn good.
Yeah.
They excuse my language. They
Oh, you
real
good.
good.
Yeah.
And they went to they not they went they tried to do like a quick little cut for somebody else,
Yeah.
and after they cut, they was like, no, you know what? It ain't worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I was running into that with the cameras and stuff. Like you say, man, you put cameras in, people like, man, I can go buy the same camera at Sam's Club. I
Yeah.
get that a lot. It's like, go buy them. Just go ahead and go buy it, bro. I'm not for to get in your attic for no $100. You crazy?
Yeah.
Do you know what an attic look like? Some people don't even know what the
Hey.
attic look like, bro. But they think you just gonna crawl up there for $50. Like, dude,
No. It's
I don't
it's
smoke crack. I don't smoke crack. I don't do drugs. I'm a regular human, bro. I'm not going.
no.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I
No.
only do it here and there. I don't even do it a lot like I used to, cause man, it's the difference between negotiating and then grind. It's like I gotta grind you to get you to understand. It's like crazy. People don't understand the value sometimes. And that's I had to understand too. Some people don't have the extra money to pay,
Yeah.
but they want it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And
Like most people don't want cameras to somebody breaking their house.
man,
Then that's when they really want it. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of too late then. You know what I'm saying?
I had
They
I had to,
already broke into your house.
I had to fuss at somebody the other day. Like, look, when I when I give you this price, I'm doing it just because you I fools with you. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
Like this is not no this is not no 60 70 $80 job.
Right.
This really is like a $300 job,
Right.
which I can go to somewhere else and they're gonna pay that with ease because it's what it is. But I try to be reasonable.
And you know what's crazy, Pill? I know you
Hmm.
know this too. It be people you know they got the money, but they still try to shice you out of paying you the full price. It's crazy. They still get shicey though. Like I know that you could give I know that you could give me $100, but you still trying to work me down to $40. You see what I'm saying?
No,
And that's the crazy part. Like they looking at you in your eyes. They know they could give you the money, but they still trying to work you down. You see what I'm saying? It's
and,
unreal, man. You know what I'm
and
saying?
yeah, and I agree because hey, I'm not budging on my price.
You
But if
shouldn't.
you-
Don't buzz on your price.
But if I feel like you're trying to play me to do this work, no, because that's not how it works. And you gonna see, like, hey, now it's a whole forest back there. Now it's a whole this. Like,
Yeah.
no. Only thing you gotta do is, and I work with people. I shouldn't do it, but hey, man, pay me next week. You don't get paid the
For
next
real.
week, just pay me next week.
I should do the same. Yes, sir. Do the same thing. Pay me next week.
But they ain't gonna
And
last too
then,
long.
you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. Like,
But
that's the
it's-
thing sometimes people be saying, like, about black business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they make it sound like it's so good, but it's the other
Yep.
side. Like, when you trying to get the support, man, it seems like you, like, pulling teeth, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Trying to get the support. And it's like,
Pulling-
or they say, man, why you start for it, man? You gonna pay me this? Oh, well, okay, I get it.
Ooh, Mike, I just had deja vu.
What's up?
I just had deja vu. What you just said, I just had deja vu. Damn, that's crazy.
What's that?
What you just said. Man, that's crazy. I just had deja vu.
That's how it be, man. It be pretty crazy, man.
But yeah, that's like that. Like I say, that's why it's called a thinking game, because you have to think.
You definitely gotta think, yes, sir.
You just can't move off emotions and move through it, whatever. You have to think.
Yes, sir, you do. And that's kind of how life is, man. You just gotta think, man.
Yeah.
And once you do it, you'll see your life open up. Once you start thinking, life opens up to a whole nother level. But you gotta think, though. Some people sleep on thinking, though. I think some people sleep on it. And it's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna sleep on that. Once I start doing it more and more, you just get used to doing it.
Yeah. Just don't overthink too much.
No, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if you can overthink. I think you need to think as much as you can to prevent things from happening as much as you can. Sometimes you have you ever seen somebody in jail was like, because I didn't think enough, that's why I'm in jail. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about. Just depends on the situation, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to overthink to keep from overreacting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes people overthinking is just, okay, I overthought it, I didn't do it. Overreacting, man, I shouldn't have done that. Now I got it. Now I'm facing 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
they would say like, oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
It depends on how you look at it,
Yeah,
perspective.
Overreacting, yeah. Overreacting.
Cause man, sometimes you overreact. You're not even thinking. You just reacting. You
Yeah.
just overreacting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you overthink it, maybe you won't react because you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? But
And some will overthink it till you then tricked yourself into overreacting. Okay,
yeah, that's true. But yeah, guys, please make sure to watch the Thinking Game. We had to do it early today because I got to go out of town this weekend, but we did it today on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So be sure to watch that. We do sports throughout the week, man. We might do one tomorrow, man. What you got up for tomorrow? We might do a sports tomorrow.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna rain. It might rain, but I don't know. I ain't checked outside.
Okay.
I ain't even checked the land yet.
I'll hit you up when I get off work tomorrow. See what you got going on. We might do a sports tomorrow, though.
Yeah,
But yeah, guys, we the Thinking Game podcast. John was on here. He had to run. Thanks, Peel, for coming on, man. We finna get ready and sign out this thing.
Always business. Never personal.
Blake, ready to die. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
All right, guys, we are signing out. Thanks for watching. Podcast for regular people, not celebrities.